This is our second session. The session includes the topic knowledge creation and knowledge management. First, we will complete with the knowledge creation. Uh, so, we need to understand why the knowledge creation is so much important to us. Because the ability to create new knowledge is often at the heart of the organization's competitive advantages. Knowledge creation is about the continuous transfer and combination and conversion of the different types of knowledge. It is also about sharing and creating knowledge in the organization. As these terms creation and sharing of knowledge go hand in hand. Knowledge is created through the practice, collaboration, and interaction, and also the educating the employees as the different knowledge types are shared and converted in the organization. Beyond this, the knowledge creation is also supported by the relevant information and data, which can be improve the decision making of managers and serves the organization as a building blocks in the creation of new knowledge. Managing knowledge creation in the organization, for this uh, management need to perform some role, like they need to enable and encourage the knowledge sharing. There are two sides of this knowledge sharing and enabling and encouraging. The first one is the tactical side. Management must understand where and in what forms knowledge exists. Then they must provide the rightful forum for knowledge to be shared. On the strategic side, this is the second side, management must create and design the right environment, processes, and the systems that can provide the means and willingness for it to take place in the organization. The next is they need to create a suitable work environment. This includes the notion of creating an interplay between the knowledge and knowing. It implies offering the relevant course and education, but most importantly, they need to allow new knowledge to be created through the employee interaction, practices, and experimentation. The other one is to provide systems that supports the work processes. Obviously, to create a knowledge, we need to establish some processes that can be learned by the employees or upcoming employees. This can be the groupware system that facilitates the communication or brainstorming. However, management must not interfere with the creative processes and communities of practices or enforce rigid organizational practices. Thus, it creates the healthy environment and work processes. Another one is they need to provide knowledge workers with timely and relevant information and data. In today's fast paced environment, this is virtually synonymous with the implementation of IT system, which is the need of a time, and it should be retrieve the organization and present information and data in a helpful way. So here is the next slide about the IT use in the organization for knowledge creation. The use of IT is very much the same as it is the knowledge sharing, allowing for the some degree of support in the transfer of all knowledge types. As we have learned in the management information system, various types of information systems are established in various businesses, like it could be a business enterprise or service industry or a manufacturing industry. In each and every sector we can implement or we can create or we can use the IT system for the knowledge creation and its management. One important aspect of that it must support and not interfere with the formal collaboration, as it is very useful in the informal communication. For example, the groupware system can be used to enhance the communication between the communities or the teams, particularly if they support the varied informal communication like video, audio, text, according to the need of the individual or the firm. Apart from this, IT also has an important role through information management by providing access to the data and information, and also allowing the manager to perform in-depth analysis. More than that, IT system can also be programmed to spot trends in the data and information, that to the manager. This essentially enables the manager to make better decisions, aids the knowledge creation by providing some of the building blocks for the knowledge. IT tools can be the best used in the innovation process. For example, the tools in the actual product design can be used, but these are the outside of the scopes of knowledge management. Now here is the cycle of knowledge creation. Here you can see there is an box with four box with the four components. From the left side you can see from there is the tacit knowledge, explicit knowledge, and the top side from to two, that is tacit and explicit. Later on we will understand what is the tacit and explicit, but in short I will tell you. Tacit knowledge is a knowledge which is possessed by a person, or it could be a knowledge within the person. An explicit knowledge can be expressed, it is a tangible and can be shown. So the process starts with the sharing and networking. And then writing it down, then comparing it, and then integrating. For to understand this cycle, I will give you the example. Like K. Ashwathapa has written a book of human resource management. In this book, he has written his own experiences about the human resource management concepts, various topics covered in the human resource management. He has written it down. Sharing and networking is like he has possesses some knowledge within himself, then he is writing down in the book, that is the second process. And the third step, it is comparing it to what others know. It is like we people referring the book of K. Ashwathapa for our syllabus completion or for our knowledge increment. So while we are reading the book, we start comparing what is written in the book, what are the experience of the author, and what are our experience. Now the third stage is also about the implementation or applied. It can be called as the applied science. Like we have gained the knowledge after reading uh, all the components that are covered in the human resource management. Now when we join the corporate or we start any business, we implement all those knowledge to tackle with the situation, to implement the policies, to make the compensation plan for our employees. Like then we are integrating it into the skills development and strategy. Again, now it comes with the sharing process. When it ends with the integrating it into the skills development and strategy, again it starts with the sharing and networking. Now suppose you as a business person implemented all those skills and strategies which you have gained from the book and your own experience, and you applied it. There could be a new outcome you might have learned from this. Then you start sharing with your colleagues, with your employees, or maybe somebody else. So this is the cycle of the knowledge creation. Later on we will study in the next session about the knowledge management.